Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Shea Stadium. I'm Jeremy Goldson alongside cameraman extraordinaire Dawson Long. It's the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles and the Regis Jesuit Raiders here for a field hockey showdown. Regis, two times defending state champions. They come in feeling pretty good about even the beginning of this season. For the Golden Eagles in white, moving left to right on your screen, a great start to the season, but a big test as they square off against the Raiders. Field hockey, for those of you who are watching, two teams of 11. Looks similar to soccer in its setup with forwards, midfielders, defenders, and a goalie racing down the left flank here. And passing in for the Golden Eagles is number 7, Zoe Henningen, competing for the ball, Regis, and it is turned over. You see the red circle on the field. Red circle is the 25-yard line. You're not allowed to score a goal outside of the 25-yard line. Regis moving into the offensive zone. And a quick pass across from Katie Loftus. Dribbling through, now trying to find a shot. And Vista gets the possession, flipping into the outside, but not there. Goalie is the only player on the field who can use anything other than her stick to touch the ball. And again, any shot that comes from outside that 25-yard line is not allowed to be a goal. Field hockey's pretty low scoring. Regis pinching it up and passing down the sideline, and the referee gives us the free hit signal, and a free hit from Regis is flipped in. We apologize for those of you who are wondering why we're not 100% sure what the names of the players is. We know all the players. We'll give you the Regis and Vista starting lineups here in a little bit, but the sun glare makes it pretty challenging to pick up the numbers. Regis on the offensive, dribbling quickly through the middle. Hater. Again, it's out of bounds. So for Regis, a goalie, Mary Kate Bird, defenders Sophie Story, Mac Al, Kate Billings, Charlotte Ford, and Kenzie Gallagher. They will run 3 in the midfield, a 5-3-2 in the midfield. Paris Corporon, Emily Braddock, number 6, Ellie Johnson, and we've got a corner. So the way the corners work is the penalty was just committed inside the box. So Regis can have 5, 6, 7 players outside of that 25-yard mark, and they can pass it in. Vista starts with 4 players plus the goalie in the goal, and they can rush out and contest the shooter. Here it's squared off, and the shot, it's a pass. Great pass, and it's broken up by the Golden Eagles. And broken up again in the hustle for the ball. And another corner has been called. I should have brought my binoculars, Dawson. Regis with the pass right to the middle, squared up, and taking the shot, Pater, and it is blocked. And now out to the 25-yard line, Regis reconnoiters with Kate Loftus. And another corner. I didn't catch the foul from the referee. Looks like a penalty. Here's the pass again, right to the middle, picked up. Trying to deke around, controlling, flipping to the backhand. The shot is a goal. Well executed by Regis. That looks like it's Elsa Pater.
Ellie Johnson.
I apologize. Ellie Johnson, number 6, the midfielder. She took it on her left hand and then switched very quickly to the right hand for about 30 yards out. Oh, excuse me, that's a complete exaggeration. From about 20 yards out, rockets it in. Regis up 1-0 here, 10:39 to go. One of the things that the Golden Eagles will have to do in this game is to get that ball in deep against a strong Regis midfield and defense, and the Golden Eagles don't necessarily have as much skill moving the ball on their stick, so they're going to try to dump and chase for those of you who are hockey fans. Regis a little more dexterous in terms of bringing the ball up the field. 100-yard field. Goals are 7 foot high, 12 feet wide, 4 feet deep. And you heard the referee's whistle there. That's a foul against Regis because you're not allowed to hit the field hockey stick with another player's stick. Don't do that. It's a penalty. Dribbling through. And now taking it over to the right side there is Mountain Vista's Lauren Dos Santos. Dos Santos hands it off. Crockett. Crockett's pass in. Dos Santos. And a 16-yard hit, which means that Mountain Vista gets what's essentially a free hit. And that Deke pushed in but collected pretty nicely, and now Regis can clear. Nope, back on defense. Golden Eagles will push it back in, tipping it around and trying to get control of it. There's Mountain Vista now, quick flip in. Newman taken off after it, but it's too long for her. And Regis will take over the possession. 1-0 Regis. I suppose it's the Lady Raiders? I don't know. We'll just call them the Raiders. We don't know any gender designation. 15-minute quarters. We'll take a 2-minute break after each quarter. Golden Eagles have a chance! Oh! Trickles just wide of the referee. The players are imploring for a penalty stroke. Did they get it? Regis keeper Mary Kate Bird came out and contested that. And the question is,
That's a stroke.
It is going to be a penalty stroke. The goalie went down to the ground to try to stop the ball, but in doing so, she stopped Mountain Vista. So Lauren Dos Santos from about 8 yards back. It'll be Lauren versus the keeper. Seven yards out. She can take a free shot against the goalie. Goalie again has to stay on her line. So big chance here early for Mountain Vista to get on the board. Last year against Regis, nobody scored until overtime. Here's Dos Santos. Deke shoots. Saved! Play does not continue, and a fantastic save from Mary Kate Bird here with 7:23 to go, robbing Mountain Vista a golden scoring opportunity. So Regis with those 3 back defenders, 4 back defenders as they bring back now, will take over the possession. 7:07 to go. Nope, the clock was supposed to stop at the penalty stroke, and it continued, so we're going to reset it. 8:34 left in the first. It's homecoming week here at Mountain Vista. We're at field hockey live for Vista now. Mountain Vista again with the possession. And turned over. Regis flips it ahead. They've got a 1-on-3 break if they can get the ball there. Thanks to the inimitable and wonderful Isaac Dressel for helping us get up and running today. Computers, you know what I'm saying? Quick shot is in the crease. I'm not sure it's called the crease. I apologize. Now passed back out. Regis deking again. Blocked. And Mountain Vista successfully defends that one. Again, it's Ellie Johnson right in the middle of that fracas. I think that she hit it with the wrong side of her stick. Another rule in field hockey for those of you who are experiencing the game for the first time. The stick has a curved side and a flat side, but you can only strike the ball with the flat side. You can strike it with the edge a little bit, but you can't make it look too obviously like it's the edge. Any ball, any part of the ball struck with the other side, now breaking through, and well desperately defended, creeping all the way back for Regis. There was Kate Billings defending that one on a one-on-one break Mountain Vista had. I'm not 100% sure who that was charging down because my vision's terrible. Centering pass taken by Regis. And now Vista. Intercepted. Racing through and fighting for possession. And a whistle. Can't hit the stick. Mountain Vista continues. Pass is a little errant. Regis to the center. Now dribbling her way through. And solid play there for Regis' Kate Billings. But on the turnover, it lands back for the Golden Eagles. There's a lightning pass in. And maintaining the possession there is Tabitha Reading. Can't get the pass out there. Kicks back from Dos Santos and a whistle. Foul on Mountain Vista. Decent crowd of about 20 flag waving, noise making Vista fans here. I think everybody in this moment is enjoying any chance you can to be at a live sporting event. 5:46 to go here in the first. And I did not see that foul call. The referees are in pink. The Regis Raiders are in all red, moving from right to left here in the first period. Mountain Vista in green and white, moving left to right. Vista, of course, has players from all 9, eligible to play from all 9 high schools. So Legend, Douglas County, Ponderosa, Castleview, Highlands Ranch, Mountain Vista, Rock Canyon. Nicely saved at the end line and centered, but Regis there to play it again. Great play for Kate Billings to read where that pass is going. All right, if you don't know the names of the high school Highlands Ranch, I can't help it.
Valor 2.
Valor 2. We just try to not say that name on our broadcasts. Great school. Lovely people, I'm sure. Here's a long pass over taken on that right defense and tried to clear out. They scuffed the ball, which happens every now and then. It's a moving ball and a pretty complicated stick. Well dribbled through by the Raiders. And now Mountain Vista has a chance to break. If she can flip it down the field, great opportunity for Zoe Henningsen there to get on top of it, but instead of battling the midfield. And that's a lot of what we're going to see. Two teams really charging at each other, trying to maintain possession. If you can keep possession long enough, you can get into your offense. Regis wants to move the ball. It looks side to side and then have those runners running in behind. Mountain Vista wants to keep the ball in front of them at all costs. And that sounds like it's dramatic, but it's not meant to be. The defensive plan is get it out of there. Here's a quick back pass. Going to have a chance to shoot. Blocked. Regis again, and it's taken by the Golden Eagles. Hard to clear. Well done, and then bobbled by Mac Al, but collected again. Bobbled, whistle. And that's going to be a free hit for Regis. Again, I apologize to those of you who don't understand why I can't name your daughter. It's very bright here, and I have terrible vision, but we're doing our best. Golden Eagles 0, Regis 1, an early goal from Ellie Johnson, and then a penalty save from Mary Kate Berg midway through the first. Don't worry, there's lots of hockey to go. Pass through the lines, nicely done, split, and then the ball rode too high, and you're not allowed to play it, Tabitha Reading, if it's not on your stick. Reading up front, defending Mac Al, now underneath. This is Story. Retreats, passes it inside. Peters. And then Mountain Vista trying to get it through. Story collects. Her stick is hit. Excuse me, that's Emily Braddock. Her stick is hit. And Mountain Vista will take over. Only a couple hours till the sun sets. This will be a lot easier to see. Dawson's the silent, strong type. He's not interested in conversation. And he's not mic'd anyway. So we can't do anything about it. Cutting to the inside here, Braddock. Braddock's pass is knocked away and looks like a free hit. From that position, it may well be. It is a free hit. And this is Kate Loftus. Loftus directing a lot of the play outside of the 50 of the 25-yard mark. And then trying to find Johnson and Pater cutting to the net. That's Elsa Pater right there. But an obstruction call, it looks like, against Regis will give the ball back to Mountain Vista. Late in the first, minute 26 to go. 1-0. Looks like Jack Baumgartner in the house running the scoreboard, for which we are appreciative. And wearing a sweet police shirt. I love the Police. One of my favorite bands. I saw them in their most recent iteration when they just got the band back together to make money, but they still didn't like each other and couldn't play together. And it was a really interesting concert. Definitely a moment where Stuart Copeland went in one direction and Sting went in the other. And here's Regis charging towards the goal. Kicked back out and nicely defended by Mountain Vista, just getting it out of there and down the left end, trying to bring it up the pitch. Looks like Addison Gilbertson. But taken away. Regis with 4 players in the box, creeping back post. You can see her there is Kate Loftus. And now with 35 seconds to go, looks like a corner. So again, Mountain Vista puts 4 girls right into the net. Regis would pass from that long corner situation. I didn't see who the passer was. But here with 18 seconds to go, this is probably the last play of the quarter. There's a pass right to the middle, taken outside the 25-yard box, slide it in. Pass on the give and go, blocked by Mountain Vista, and not clear. So Regis, Mountain Vista wipes it out, and that should be the last play of the quarter. It is. End of 1. Mountain Vista trailing Regis 1-0. Ellie Johnson at 10:53 from about 15 yards out on the corner. And then a penalty shot save from Mary Kate Burr. Hey, if you're wondering what else we're doing this week, if you're a Mountain Vista sports fan who's perambulatory or can drive, there's dodgeball tonight at 6 o'clock in the Mountain Vista Gymnasium. Then tomorrow, it's football, the 2-2 Golden Eagles against the Rangeview Raiders, different Raiders. That game is at 7 o'clock, right here. Jack Minahan, Jonah Cullen, Chris Natz, and maybe a special appearance from Jack Baumgartner as the Golden Eagles look to move to 3-2 on the season, heading really into the meat of their schedule. Getting through the meat of their schedule. Thunder Ridge next week, then Valor, and then 3 very winnable games against Castleview, Rock Canyon, and Highlands Ranch. Nobody's quite sure what to make of Thunder Ridge Mountain Vista at this point. They hope the Golden Eagles don't get caught in a trap situation with Thunder Ridge coming up. But Rangeview this week. We asked Jack why he is not available for football, but that's on a need-to-know basis. Last night, the Golden Eagles boys soccer team against Chaparral, a tough one. They lost 5-1, and then the lady, what do you call this, the volleyball girls? The slammers, the hitters, the lappers? Nobody's sure. The volleyball team, ranked number 3 in the state, a huge showdown against Highlands Ranch, and a great match. It was tied 10-10 in the fifth set of a 2-2 tie at that point, and Highlands Ranch pulled away. They've got a very good team as well, but some tough circumstances for the Golden Eagle ladies in that one. I think they'd like another chance at Highlands Ranch when we continue volleyball season. Of course, Mountain Vista and Vista Now, right here, vistanow.org and youtube.com/VistaNow. This is your channel to follow us. Mountain Vista sports and activities. You know, we got a band coming up in a couple weeks. Choir concert October 12th. And some 70s music for homecoming week. Although I don't remember there being anything homecoming week. It was rock and roll started there. Jackson was police shirt. I was wearing a Simple Minds shirt. And I saw a bunch of kids who'd stolen clothing from the advanced closets. They had no clue who those bands were. It's a beautiful, sunny afternoon here in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Shea Stadium. Mountain Vista versus Regis. Regis still moving right to left, red jerseys in that essentially what's a 2-5-2 defensive formation. Mountain Vista with a 4-4-2. They are moving left to right. If you're familiar with hockey, some similarities in terms of the technical ability of the game. If you're familiar with soccer, some significant similarities in terms of how you want to move the ball up the pitch. With Mountain Vista in possession right now at the 30 there. Turning it over a little bit was Tabitha Reading. And now Regis will take over. That is Ellie Johnson. Can come all the way back. That was not Ellie Johnson. I apologize.
It was.
It was Ellie Johnson. I was right. She's all over the field, my friends. Regis with a very talented, very deep roster. Not quite as positionally great pass from Reading. And a centering pass deflected. And now taken back. Possession at about the 30-yard line. Dribbling it in. Her hair's covering her number. So I can't tell you at the moment that that was... I think that was Tabitha Reading, but now Regis on the run. 1-on-3. Ella Peters reverses. Trying to get a look for a shot. She's holding now. Again, cutting in with the ball a little bit behind her. Down that right side, Regis cross. Nope. Knocked out of bounds. The question is, who has the possession? And it's Mountain Vista. 13:32 to go here in the second. Looks like Regis has the possession. I apologize. Anybody who can see the match will be able to tell that, but of course you who are watching can see probably better than I can, not because of anything that's within your control. I'm just not so good at seeing. Regis with possession on the right side, now in the box, taken away, and a whistle, and Mountain Vista ball. I did not see the infraction. My guess is that she kicked it. Can't touch the ball with your foot, folks. That's against the rules. Regis pressing pretty high here, not giving Vista a chance to clear it out. Dribbling through. Nicely played. Long pass. Will anybody get to it? Yes. Mountain Vista charging, intercepted the 20-yard line by Ock. Passed back in. Collecting at about the 25. Pass centering for Mia Newman. Did not get there. And Regis will take over. Quickly collecting and starting it back up. This game seems to be a little bit unusual from the outside, but it's not. It's two teams with the ball attempting to put the ball in the other net using the wooden paddle. They call it a stick. Paddle and stick were going to be interchangeable here. You can't touch the ball with anything but the stick unless you're the goalkeeper. You can flick it in, you can shoot it in, you can wrist it in, you can slap it in. What you really want to do is try to get that ball up in the air and lift it. It's much harder than it looks. Here's a pass for the Golden Eagles to Dos Santos behind her, and Regis comes back. They've got 4 players into the offensive ring. Dumped in. Probably too far, and it is out of bounds. Mountain Vista ball. 11:52 to go here in the second. And the way that they start the pass is not from the goalkeeper, different from soccer, in a way, from that set position. One of the defenders passes it in. That's Abby Burge. Regis punched in, defended well by Mountain Vista, but not out. Again, Regis swinging it around, trying to get possession, kicked back out. She's got to stay inside that 25-yard zone with a whistle. And it looks like a corner kick. I think as Ellie Johnson was trying to get a shot there, the Vista defender hit her stick. You can't do that inside of that red arc. 25-yard line, and so here's another corner kick. I think that's the 4th for Regis. Right up at the top, contested pass. Can she get collection? It's kicked back in on the give and go, and Mountain Vista collects. Not out, though. In again. Shot. And it went off of her foot before she, looks like it went off of her hip before she was able to collect the shot. You're not allowed to do that. Still 1-0 Regis, 10:22 to go here in the first. So you can't hit it with the back of the stick. You got to hit it with the front of the stick. You can't collect it with any part of your body other than the stick. And for all intents and purposes, don't kick it. Vista possession. Pass is a little bit shanked. And Regis takes back over. Good pass there from Vista to clear it out. They're going to run her on the left if she can get it there. Dos Santos dribbles past one. Dos Santos into the clear. She's met by two players. Dribbles past her again and goes down. No foul. I think she just lost her balance trying to come through the two defenders. Emily Braddock was retreating there and pinched Lauren Dos Santos. Pinched her ability to make a play. They are going to call the trip. So Mountain Vista, it's not a direct hit. Now Dos Santos in, but collected back by Regis. Defended nicely. They can break. Pass out to the right side and taken right past the defender. This is Johnson. Johnson to the right side. Johnson to the left. Passes. Held. Saved. Looks like another corner. So not a save. Corner. Not sure why. And Regis again. This is their fifth corner of the game.
It was a save. It deflected into the defender's foot.
Oh, excuse me. It was a save and then went off of the defender. That means it was kicked by the foot. I'm really glad that there are other people in the stadium who can see better than I can. Another save. And Regis collecting and trying to start again. Pass to the middle. Mountain Vista there first. You can't put your stick on the ground and block it. We saw Dos Santos do that, where you hold it with two hands almost like you're trying to cut some vegetables. That's allowed as long as it is the correct side of the stick. Regis will turn it over here. 8:02 to go in the second quarter. Regis still 1, Mountain Vista 0. Sorry, Dawson, I kicked the camera for those of you who are watching. It was not an earthquake. It was my size 7 foot. Regis pass scuffed a little bit, but right in the middle there is Peters. And now passed back. Shot. Deflected out of bounds. Setting it up here for Regis. It's Kenzie Gallagher. Gallagher shot to the middle, blocked by the Golden Eagles. Crockett trying to get in there on the defense and start perhaps an odd man or an odd woman sprint down the field. Something to think about for these field hockey players. Hard pass, deflected. Crockett commits a foul. She bodied her way into the Regis defender, and it'll be Regis ball. One of the things to think about for these ladies is that they run probably 1.5 to 2 miles each game. The pass there from Ava Sabin. Deflected. Less than 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a 5-minute halftime break. And then we'll return for the third quarter. Sabin clears it out. Does Kenny Crockett get to it? She dribbles to the inside. She's got a lot of space waiting for somebody else to get there. There's the pass. Flipped ahead. Dos Santos holds, dribbles through 1, dribbles through 2. There's the flick on Newman, tips it in. Shot, doesn't get all the way to the goalie. And cleared out. Who will get possession, Regis or Vista taking it over? Can't shoot from back there, so she's looking to get it in. Deflected away. And it's going to be a 16-yard hit. Not sure what that means, but I'm sure that we'll see here in a moment. This is Tabitha Reading. Passes it back, all the way back. Ava clears it into Newman. Sorry, to Burkett. Regis on the run. Taken away. Nicely played and then passed into a double team. Trying to find Lauren Dos Santos. She had cut inside. That pass was to Addison Gilbertson. Regis has got 2 on here, 2 defenders. Whistle, Vista. It looked to me like the Regis player had to go off of her knee. Mountain Vista trying to establish some possession there in the middle of the field. Forces a Regis turnover, but not for very long. Dribbling it through 2. Now battling. McAl gets the Regis possession. Tabitha Reading up top. For Mountain Vista and on the far side. Can't see who that is. Maybe Addison Gilbertson as the Gold Eagles try to take possession. 3:02 to go here in the first. Regis 1, Mountain Vista 0. When I say first, I mean first half. We're in the second quarter. Hopefully those fractions aren't too daunting for you. Regis scored about 4 minutes into the ball game on a corner. Mountain Vista had a penalty shot saved in the 8th minute of the first quarter. And we're into the last 3 minutes here with no sign of the sun setting anytime soon. A bright, warm September afternoon. Regis trying to reset. They do on the right sideline. Peters has runners. Runs into a Mountain Vista player, and it's collected by the Golden Eagles. And now a whistle. They're going to bring it back out, and Vista launches it down the field. Gilbertson collected it and then found a teammate. Running down the left side. Falls over. Collects it. Whistle. And she touched the ball with a part of the body that wasn't a stick. Will be Regis ball.
How's the filming going? Look at this guy. Superman.
I can't see who's here. Just make it.
You're doing good.
Regis with the ball. Good crowd here for Mountain Vista on a beautiful afternoon. What else would you rather be doing? Other than homework, of course. Your scholastic studies are very, very important. We're in the last minute of the first half here at Shea. Mountain Vista 0, Regis 1. At halftime, we will turn off the sound and give you a little 3-minute break for us to collect our collective senses, and then we'll be back for the second half. Regis dribbling in, shot from 20 yards, blocked. Collected. Again, trying to dribble through, and there's a whistle. Going to be another corner. I think that's Regis' 7th. We've not seen a corner yet for the Golden Eagles. Going to be from the other side. Nope, same side that we've had, left of the goalie. Here's the pass, rolls in, collected outside the 25, stepping in, shot, saved. Nicely saved there by Riley Lanziner. Dribbling it around, getting a clear shot again. Blocked in the front. Blocked. And that's going to be the half. A flurry of shots from Regis at the end of the half and a flurry of saves for Mountain Vista. Halftime. Mountain Vista 1. Regis 0. We will be back in a moment. She is. That right, that last save when she slid all the way across the, it's not a crease, but when she slid all the way across to pick it out was really good. They're also collapsing the ball pretty nicely. You know, you like the goal, she had to create space, but once the space was there, she went in the net. No, that's great. My ego's not wrapped up at all. I want to make sure that whoever's watching is like, oh, I know who those people are. But I don't know who I'm not. Yeah, all right, we ready? Dude, for sure. All right, we're back. About a minute to go here at halftime. I'm Jeremy Goldson at Shea Stadium with the delightful Dawson Long and Jack Baumgartner on our computer. And somewhere down in the field is Bryce Miller. Isaac Russell was here a little while ago. It's Mountain Vista versus Regis in field hockey. Regis, the two-time defending state champions, 6-0-1. And probably in the red shirts are the two best players in the state. We've seen them teaming up a couple times today. Kate Loftus and Ellie Johnson, who scored with 10 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first quarter, early in the game off of a short corner. Mountain Vista then got a penalty shot at the 8:34 mark, but it was saved by the wonderful Regis goalie Riley Lanzino. No, excuse me, Mary Kate Bird. Riley Lanzino, the Mountain Vista goalie, with two wonderful saves at the end of the first half to keep Regis out and keep this close. Again, field hockey, not a game with a ton of scoring in it. The rules are pretty straightforward. Put the ball in the net, but you can only use the flat side of the stick. You can't kick it, you can't hip it, you can't touch it with anything other than the stick. There's an orangey red line that circles around the goal from about 25 yards out. That is the 25-yard line. Any shots outside of that do not count as goals. Regis has switched side in red. They are going left to right. Mountain Vista in white and green going right to left. Regis in that 2-3-5, essentially. Vista with the ball. Flipped over to the side. This is Corbin. Out of bounds to Regis. Clock runs unless there's a penalty, which is why we've played 30 minutes of field hockey here and about 40 minutes of human time elapsion. I don't think elaption's a word.
I don't know, man.
Dawson's not sure. He's like I said, he's the silent strong type.
Stops on goals too.
Well, yeah, obviously if somebody scores, you got to stop the clock. Then we send it up here for instant replay, and then it gets confirmed by the video system. I'm just kidding. That's English Premier League soccer. Soccer and field hockey, not exactly dissimilar. The fields are roughly the same. The mentality is the same. The difference with soccer, a little bit easier to control than these hard field hockey balls. Vista getting ready to start up the action again. And field hockey plays, well, there are so many markings on the field, but out of bounds is behind the, essentially what's set up at the goal line for football, and then they'll play on that red boundary that you can sort of see. Regis racing up, and nope, there's a black line on the field. That is the field hockey boundary. Here's Mountain Vista passing it in. Hard hit from Carrie Burkhead. Taken away from her out of bounds. Defended on the play for Regis by Paris Corcoran. Corcoran with the ball. Blocked and a whistle. That's because the stick was interfered with.
She went for 5 yards.
So Zoe Hennigan over there on the left side. Coming down to help is Addison Gilbertson. She's playing it forward today for Mountain Vista. Hennigan controls. Hannigan loses it, taken away. Corcoran. Nicely touched into play by Elsa Pater. The shot does not get through. Pater clears it in. Johnson, again, doesn't get through. If you're watching at home, which would be one of the few places you're probably watching, keep your eye on Regis' number 6, Ellie Johnson, State Player of the Year. They've got a short corner here. So Regis will start with all 4 players outside that 25-yard line. They have to collect the ball outside the yard line. Vista with 4 players in the goal. And they can rush out once the ball is sent out. Pater. Corcoran flipped in. A nice give and go and kicked clear, but not out by Lanziner. Now the ball's on the ground, bobbling around. And the Vista defense holds. Nicely played there by Newman, Sabin, and Burge. Regis comes right back at him, though. Mountain Vista struggling to get a foothold and get this ball out of their offensive end. There's a free hit, but the referee's going to bring it back. Dos Santos in number 4 for Mountain Vista. Probably the Golden Eagles' leading player. She whips it, and they will try to start it down the pitch. Again, trying to get some elevation on the ball and get it into the offensive end. Regis collects, center. First person there is Sophie Story. One of the things that you'll notice about the Mountain Vista players, we'll wait for a pause and play here. That was Elsa Pater who's fouled. Or as her stick hit, really, not a foul so much by Mia Newman. Corker into the end line, sends it in, and ball is going to be knocked back out. Regis collects, chipped back in, now collected there. Defended well. Paris Corcoran trying to get a shot, isn't able to. One of the big differences between Regis and Mountain Vista, other than the uniforms, is we have another short corner to set up here. Regis players, primarily field hockey players, girls who've been playing the sport for a while and probably technically a little bit better than the Vista players. The Vista players are all really good athletes, but for the most part, lacrosse players, soccer players who want to contribute in that fall season, be a part of a team. Here's the pass for Regis, collected, sent to the right side. Shot was deflected by a Mountain Vista defender and then went out of bounds. I think that Ellie Johnson might have been the last person to touch it. So you're seeing two teams with contrasting styles and slightly different, but not necessarily delimiting skills and styles. Regis sends it back into the offensive end. They've got a better foothold here in the second half in terms of keeping the ball away from their net. A couple of good chances already. Mountain Vista has not gotten a shot on goal, really, since the first quarter. Not to be unexpected from the defending state champion Jesuits. Not Jesuits, Raiders. They could be Jesuits too, but that's not how we refer to them. Regis Jesuit, the name of the high school. Vista trying to get a possession down the right side. El Crockett. And able to keep that one in. Now there's no offsides in field hockey. If you get the ball there, you can shoot it. We saw Vista's Tabitha Reading make a late run. And now Vista with the possession. Retreating back towards her goal, Mary Kate Berg, number 99. 8:21 to go in the third quarter. Regis 1, Mountain Vista 0. Here comes Regis. Braddock had retreated back. The Mountain Vista junior varsity team running around behind the goal had obstructed the view, so the players are being asked to move before we continue. Clock is stopped. 7:56 to go in the third quarter. Vista will collect, passing in from about the 50-yard line. The black lines around, or they're blue, it's very hard to tell in this light. But just outside the football sidelines and just inside the soccer sideline, sort of in between the two, is the out-of-bounds line here for field hockey. Regis with a long pass to the inside. Defensed and sent back to Santos, trying to find Reading. She's got a runner, she can get it there. And Addie Gilbertson looked like she had possession for a second. Now she does. Is there a shot to be had? Vista inside the 25. Whistle. And a corner. The Golden Eagles will have the corner opportunity. So Regis will send 4 players back into the net. Mountain Vista huddles to figure out what exactly it is that they want to do. First corner of the game for Mountain Vista. Regis has had 8. The big moment in this game came from a corner for Regis. Ellie Johnson scored from about 18, 15 yards out, and then a save, an excellent save. Lauren Dos Santos and her shot saved by Mary Kate Berg of Regis. Here's the Vista short corner. All the way across. Dos Santos shoots. Doesn't get all the way through. And then making a run at the ball on the left side. She just couldn't collect it after the save. And with 6:13 to go, Regis will take over the possession on their defensive end. The ball is set down and passed in. Deflects past a Vista player. Into some space. Here's Pater. Intercepted. Vista sends it on. Space if she can get a shot off. There's the pass from Addie, and it's knocked, and oh, that one's going to be on Vista. And quickly turning it over. Here comes Regis on the break. Knocked right past the defender. Elsa Pater into the 25. Turns to her left. Shoots. Saved. Deflected away. And boy, Elsa Pater had a lot of space to run into there. She zoomed past the Mountain Vista defender and didn't get a ton on the shot. If you're a big field hockey fan and you're watching the Olympic level players, you're amazed at how much, for lack of a better word, English they can put on the ball to distort its spins and its bounces. These girls still in their training phases as they gear up for their shot, a once-in-a-lifetime shot at Olympic glory. I don't think the United States is particularly good at women's field hockey compared to the rest of the world, but I could easily be wrong. In the Netherlands, men's field hockey is a big-time sport. Vista on the break. Tearing down the right side, now pulling up, now trying to get the shot. Collecting, turning, centering, run made there by Addison Gilbertson. Didn't get to it. 4:35 to go here in the first. Sorry, in the third quarter. Regis 1, Mountain Vista 0. Homecoming week for the Golden Eagles. Regis playing with a target on their back. They're the two-time defending state champions. Have not been defeated yet this year. Drew Colorado Academy a couple of weeks ago, another field hockey power. Drew Kent a couple of weeks ago, another field hockey power. Mountain Vista, for those of you old enough to remember, won the state title in 2011 behind Katie Koch. Vista earns a corner again. The last one resulted in a shot and then a very, very near chance on the left goal post. Here's the shot in, collected, passed back out. Now she's got to get it back inside that 25-yard line, taking a step. And this ball bounces cleanly for the Golden Eagles. Hit the post. It bounced right onto her stick. Cleared the goalie and hit the post. You know how hard it is to hit the post? From about 10 yards out. I think that was Mountain Vista's Tabitha Reading cutting through, but I can't tell for sure. We'll have to check the replay. And by check the replay, I mean tomorrow. Here's the pass. Regis collects. Loftus dribbling through one player. Still has it. She's in shooting position now. She's going to get it to the backhand, turns it around, can't turn it around. Cleared by Vista. And a whistle. I think Loftus kicked it. Again, you can see the skill there, that she's able to manipulate the ball on either side of the stick, really either side of her body. Mountain Vista defending it very well. Mia Newman and Carrie Burkhead are the two back there against the intimidating run of Kate Loftus for Regis. Last 2 minutes here of the third quarter, 1-0. Regis. Vista just hit the post. That's probably actually the most exciting moment of the game. It was the only shot from open play that Mountain Vista has had, and probably the only shot from open play to elude either goalie. But the woodwork won the moment. Regis collecting and now kicking it out. This is Paris Corporon. Up ahead and too far. Who's going to get to it? Nobody. Elsa Pater was closest. Corporon does a nice job of working in tandem with Charlotte Ford there to get the ball to the outside, and then there's just so much space to run into. It's not that the Vista middies, you can see number 16 there, Tessa DeMeo. It's not that those middies aren't really giving her the business. She's just a really good player. Flipped out. Vista trying to establish the possession. Turned over. Corporon into the shooting area. Sends it center. Flicked by Johnson. And smothered eventually by Lanziner. And then defended away by a Vista player right off the line with 47 seconds to go.
19 defended that.
Well played, getting all the way back there for
It's a
Vista.
penalty stroke, though. It's because 19 kicked it.
Oh, 19 kicked it off the line. So a penalty stroke. We'll see who takes this for Regis. My guess is Ella Johnson.
Loftus.
Nope, Kate Loftus will take the penalty. Second penalty of the game. Was kicked off the line by a Vista foot the previous shot. So now we'll see whether she can get Regis that second goal. Approaches, shoots, and it's in. Loftus with 39 seconds to go in the third gives Regis the lead at 2-0. 2 goals is a lot to overcome. She feinted to her right, rocketed it to the left at about a foot above the ground. The save, you got to make a save there. No harm, no foul for Mountain Vista trying to save the ball from going in the net. But the net result was a penalty shot. 4 seconds to go in the third. Regis 2, Mountain Vista 0. Regis with a lot of pressure there in the quarter. Mountain Vista had flipped the tide in the second half of the quarter. They hit the post. They had a couple of corners, but not able to get it past Mary Kate Bird. Last ticks of the third. Regis 2, Mountain Vista 0. Field hockey here on Vista Now, brought to you by Vista Now. We're still looking for sponsorship. Going to bring it all the way back now. The clock had rolled through the penalty, so we actually have 40 seconds to go in the quarter. They reset it just at the last minute. Regis continues their attack. 30 seconds to go. And Vista with the possession, trying to bring it up. Regis collects. Good pressure from Addie Gilbertson. Sort of stops Regis's forward progress. Now Vista flicked up ahead. Regis with the possession, and Corporon takes it away from a hustling Lauren Dos Santos. Shots deflected. That is the end of it. Oh, nope. Dos Santos. Well, Dos Santos' deflection resulted in a foul or an infraction, but that's the end of the quarter. 2-0 Regis over Mountain Vista here at Shea Stadium. Golden Eagles have had a couple of really, really good chances, most notably the penalty shot in the first quarter. But Kate Loftus of Mountain Vista converted that penalty, of Regis, converted the penalty with 39 seconds to go, getting it past Riley Lanziner. And Regis leads 2-0 with 15 minutes to go in this one. Tomorrow it's football here on Vista Now. The entire gang will be here. 4 cameras, instant replay, thousands of fans. You don't want to miss it for homecoming. And then, of course, the homecoming festivities. We got a marching band. We got cheer and palms. Homecoming royalty, maybe? That's the sort of stuff I don't actually care about that much. But football, the Golden Eagles versus the Rangeview Raiders. 7 o'clock will be on the air. Probably a little bit beforehand. 6:50 will be on the air. Mountain Vista and Rangeview, the Golden Eagles 2-2. The season up to go to 3-2. Coming up next week, volleyball and softball. Volleyball team was a heartbreaker last night. Softball has had a couple of tough games, looking to right the ship as they head into, softball season only has a couple of weeks left. And then, of course, we'll transition our coverage. We've got basketball and ice hockey all winter, Brazilian sports in the spring. Nobody in the state covers as many sports as Mountain Vista's Vista Now internet network. DJ continues to be someone born before 1975, as we've got 2 cars here. Mountain Vista with a tough challenge as we head into the fourth quarter here in a couple of minutes. Hard to score in field hockey, and that Regis midfield has made it really challenging for the Golden Eagles to keep any possession that can result in an offensive sequence. Mount Vista wants to dump and chase, but in order to dump and chase, you've got to be able to control the ball without a red Regis Raider bearing down on you, and that really hasn't been the case. Riley Lanziner has kept Mountain Vista in the game, and then the right goalpost of Regis has kept them in it. Moments before Regis' second goal, the Eagles hit the woodwork. 2-0 Regis. 15 minutes to go here from Shea Stadium. And Lauren Dos Santos maneuvers past one. Quickly, 3 players converge on her, and she turns it over. I'd imagine Lauren pretty frustrated with the lack of space that Regis has given her. She's the best player on the Golden Eagle team, so they know whom they need to target. Scuffling for the ball on the far sideline. Out of bounds for Regis. You can see Abby Burge, back there on defense. And she steps into midfield, fires it into the Regis zone. Collected by Regis and now turned over, and a whistle. I think that was hit by a part of her body that wasn't the stick. Mountain Vista with possession here in a great spot, passed backwards. Now shot, does not get through, kicked. Kick save, and boy, that ball came flying through the Regis defense. Nice save by Mary Kate Berg. Vista's pass in, deflected away. Now trying for the centering pass, good run, rear post run from Vista. And Regis is going to have a chance to clear as it turned over. Just silhouettes out there. The red tinted silhouettes is Regis. The white tinted silhouettes are Mountain Vista. As the sun shines, it's burning ball of fire in the sky power on us at Shea Stadium. Nicely played there, and a foul. That was Ava Sabin who collected it. She will take it back. Great play by Sabin to get the possession. Ava from the 50 passes in. Dos Santos tries to squeeze through too. She does. Dos Santos trying to get runners. Deflected away. Taken away by Paris Corporon. And now a quick rocket down the field. It'll be in play. And now it's not in play. You know what? I don't think that was
Johnson.
Corporon. I think it was Ellie Johnson to come all the way back. Ellie Johnson, you know, not good. All field hockey players run a couple of miles. Ellie Johnson may be gearing her way closer to 3 in this match because she's been dictating the play from her midfield possession. She's at the 30-yard line now for those of you guarding Lauren Dos Santos. She got Vista's best player being taken on by Regis's best player, probably the best player in the state. But Johnson has also found a way to have a serious impact on these offensive plays. If you're a soccer fan, I would say she's got a little bit of Paul Pogba in her. She's maybe a little bit of a better shooter than the French Wunderkind. Pater goes right through the legs. Pater centers. Loftus has it knocked away from her, defense by Johnson. And Vista's got a chance, cleared all the way out, but collected by Regis. The runner there was Tessa DeMeo. She had a chance. Regis charging through, shot off the woodwork, waved at by Riley Lanziner, but then collected by the Vista D. Went off the top of the goal. Working her way through is Corporon. To get the ball that high, that goal stands 7 feet high, and that was a heck of a shot over the goalie and off the woodwork. Then it just dropped. Mad scramble to get it out. That was as exciting an offensive sequence as you'll see in field hockey, and I'm serious, it was really exciting. Here's Regis, taken away, and went off the back of the leg, the calf of Regis's Elsa Pater, and Mountain Vista with the possession. 10:55 to go here in the third. In the fourth, Eagles really need to get a goal to have a shot in this one. Regis just won't let him through. Corporon in that instance blocking off Vista. This ball is rocketed down the field and collected back and now out of play. Strong, aggressive pass in there by Zoe Hennigan, but nobody on the other end of it. Vista athletes giving Regis a run for their money today. Regis has had the bulk of the possession and the control, but both teams have had ample opportunities to score. Regis with a goal in the first off a short corner and then a penalty goal, so no goals from open play today, but a couple of posts hit. Turned over there by Zoe, and Regis will have the possession. Sprinting down the field, and Elsa Pater does not get there. She's blocked off pretty nicely by Carrie Burkhead of Mountain Vista. I'm sure that most of these players who are not actually necessarily Mountain Vista students are irritated that we're calling them Vista. Well, too bad. That's the way it goes. Working her way through and aggressively working it is Talia Reading. Did it get to the center? Yeah, but taken away by Ellie Johnson. Spun in and then eludes the defender Newman. But Burkhead picks it up. Pass blocked. Corporon on. Pater shot. Doesn't get the shot off, and that is going to be Vista ball. Boy, it sure looked like Elsa Pater was going to get a clean shot there, but I think the ball deflected off her elbow as she tried to
Dangerous swing.
get possession. Oh, a dangerous. All swings are dangerous with those hockey sticks. Have you seen them? Lethal weapons, to say the very least. Well, Pater swung it back a little bit too far, and that's a turnover. Vista with the ball. Lauren Dos Santos, space for once. Chops it down the field, but it is taken cleanly by Regis, and they will start it back up. Here's Zoe Henningen with the possession. Henningen, whistle, and it's going to be Mountain Vista ball. Trying to get it quickly before Regis gets set, but Zoe Henningen doesn't. She smacks it down the pitch. Picked up, oh, just eluded a hustling Tessa DeMeo. Now in, Henningen, whistle. Regis ball. My guess says another dangerous swing there because Zoe came in about 50 miles an hour waving that stick around like she was Barney Rubble. Is Barney Rubble the one with the stick in the Flintstones, or is it Fred? Neither one of these guys know. They haven't seen a Flintstones cartoon in their life. I think it's Fred. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Regis 2, Mountain Vista 0. I think it's Fred too. Golden Eagles have given a very strong effort today. Haven't really gotten into their offensive flow. The couple of great chances they've had have been forcing Regis turnovers and then not having to go so far. I can't think of many instances in which Mountain Vista has gotten their possession on their own side of the pitch and been able to successfully convert it to an offensive chance. Don't get me wrong. Hard sport. Johnson! Oh! Excuse me, Kate Loftus. From Johnson. Loftus collected it. Stepped back. Looked where she was going. Slides it into the net. That is a fantastic connection between the two best players in the state. Second goal for Kate Johnson, for Kate Loftus, comes in the fourth at 7:24. She cut inside in that left channel. Johnson found her. She held up the ball for a second, turned past the defender, and then no hope for Riley Lanzino. That probably puts this game out of reach for the Golden Eagles. 3-0 Regis, outstanding play. And though we want our Golden Eagles to win, you got to celebrate, or at least acknowledge some outstanding work. From Regis. Quieted the fans a bit. Hopefully the Eagles can keep their heads up. Maybe get a goal here in the end. Turned over by Mountain Vista. Nicely played, Lauren Dos Santos. Down the field, and she stopped. There's a whistle. Hard shot, too far. Excuse me, hard pass. Too far for DeMeo. And Regis will take over. 6:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Coming up later tonight, live in person, if you're a Vista fan, it's dodgeball. We had volleyball. That really doesn't resemble hockey at all. We had volleyball and soccer last night, and then, of course, powder puff here on Vista Now on Monday. Regis with the ball blocked off by a hustling Mia Newman. Kate Loftus had come, Ellie Johnson had come all the way up from midfield. And I think she ran too much stick. Turned over quickly by Vista on the entry pass. This is Johnson. Johnson to the 25. Johnson still going. Turns, shoots, saved. And then out. Saban, but not out very far. Corcoran. Blocked. Collected there by Kate Loftus, but no shot. Very dangerous situation here for Mountain Vista. They're trying to get it out. Tessa DeMeo making a run. Tabitha Reading making a run. Vista possession here, 5:20 to go. Again, we apologize for those of you who are screaming and throwing things at your television or computer because we didn't get all the names of the players right. Sincerely apologize for having poor vision. Regis 3, Mountain Vista 0, 5:05 to go here in the fourth. Field hockey from Shea Stadium here on Vista now. Lauren Dos Santos battling in the middle of the pitch. And quite a battle. Now collected there. Zoe Henningen can't get it from Kate Loftus. Ellie Johnson and a foul. Johnson starts it up again. She just dribbles. Now shoots. Bounced off a Vista player. Loftus dribbles it back. The blonde mane, very noticeable. Goes down in the box. And the referee does not like that. Going to be a high swing corner hit for Regis.
Johnson dribbled it into the foot.
Here comes the pass. Looks like Emily Braddock. Here's the corner. Shot is scuffed. Maybe can get out, cleared out, and it can. Vista at least clears the 25. And now a hard shot. Tessa DeMeo can collect. Does Vista have runners? DeMeo just can't get it on for a hustling Lauren Dos Santos. Regis with the ball. 3:32 to go here in the fourth.
So, like, I guess the city.
Regis down the left side. Knocked out of bounds there. From Saban. Regis will take over. Now Vista on the far sideline will pass it in. Players nearing the end of their 3 miles run as we get inside of 3 minutes. Maybe not 3 miles, 3 kilometers for sure. You can do the conversion. That bounced off a Regis player and then ricocheted back to another Regis player. Vista collects. It deflects off the stick. Frustratingly, for Reagan Campbell, who is checked in for the Golden Eagles. And Regis will have the possession. Here's the pass in. Charlotte Ford. Hustling Johnson. It's past her. Dos Santos. Dos Santos and Johnson battling all day long. Most of the time, Ellie Johnson has had the better of that battle, but Lauren Dos Santos probably one of the tougher opponents that the the defending state player of the year is going to deal with. Vista down the right sideline, trying to get to the edge. She does. Turns back. Deflected out of bounds. Minute 55 to go here. Regis will pass it in. Couple of defining moments in the game. 10 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ellie Johnson scored off of a short corner. Midway through the third, Vista hit the post on a diving attack right through the middle, and then with 39 seconds to go in the third, Kate Loftus converted a penalty shot. She scored an open play on a fantastic pass from Ellie Johnson, and then an excellent maneuver to flip the ball from one side of the stick to the other and put him in the net. Loftus with 2 goals today. That one was with 7 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the fourth. Regis 3, Vista 0. Both teams have hit the post. This one's going to deflect just out of the reach of a sprinting Regis player. I think that's Libby Rowe who has come in. We're inside of a minute. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. All 6 of you, as the Golden Eagles square off against the Regis Jesuit Raiders. Number 1 in the state, 2-time defending champions, and they certainly showed their worth and their merit in this match. And I don't think Mountain Vista played poorly at all as the clock winds down inside of 30 seconds. Tomorrow night it's football. Next week it's back to your usual programming of boys soccer, volleyball. No football next week. Remember, that broadcast is a Thunder Ridge home game, so we will not be broadcasting it on the 7th. Clock winding down here inside of 20 seconds. Regis will take the free shot. Johnson hustling it in for Paris Corcoran. She's been in danger all day long from the right side. And the clock winds down. We've got a corner, but it's not going to happen. Well, perhaps it will happen. No, it's not going to happen. There's a final from Shea Stadium. Regis Jesuit 3, Mountain Vista 0 in field hockey. 2 goals from Loftus. Goal from Ellie Johnson. Hopefully you got a chance to see some of the best players in the state, and certainly the team that shapes up to be the best team in the state. Mountain Vista gave them a run. That midfield dominance from Regis ended up being the difference. Thanks for tuning in here on Vista Now. Thanks to the Colorado High School Activities Association for all of the stuff that we're supposed to read, but I didn't remember to. Dawson Long on the camera. Jack Baumgartner giving us some pep talks. Final score here from Shea Stadium in field hockey. It's Regis 3, Mountain Vista 0. Have a good night, everybody.